Okay, so I don't know how interesting this will be, but if you want to follow along, you're welcome to. I'm going hunting for flowers for my great-grandmother that she used to find when she was a kid, so I told her I was going to find some and then I'd bring her there once I'd found them. So that's where I'm headed to now. See what I can do. Honeysuckle flowers are not the right flower. Clover is not the right flower. Dandelions are not the right flower. Multifloral rose is not the right flower. I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but they're not the right flower. This credit card is not the right flower. Okay, so now it's going to get serious. The flower I'm looking for is in the woods, so we're going to start getting serious. But before we do this, I had to make sure I have duct tape, safety things for ticks and chiggers, bug spray. So let's see what I can find. Okay, so I think I ended up in the Amazon rainforest, but it's okay. No flowers in the woods yet. I don't know what this is, but it's like fungus and it's pretty cool looking, but not the right flower. Here are some mushrooms, but still not the right flower. Look at the size of this mushroom. It's giant. This seems pretty cool, actually. It's like a moss island. I caught a tadpole. Not sure what kind of bird this is from, but I think this is a pretty cool feather. This skull is not the right flower. I wish this was a cooler moment, but this turtle is dead. Leopard frog. These are pretty cool little flowers, but they're not the right flowers. Some more big mushrooms. This one's biggest. Another box turtle. I'm not sure why this is here, but it's not the right flower. I feel like these are pretty cool. I think I've seen them before, but like spiky little balls. This is a pretty cool spot. It's got some water. Not sure how deep, but it looks pretty deep. And then it's got like little waterfall. Connects it to the marsh. Okay, so this is a pretty simple plant, but I've never seen one like it. I'm trying to get it to focus on the top. It almost looks like a tiny green corn cob on top. Just one leaf. This is an older one. Found, I don't even remember how many box turtles this is. So I'm totally not going to find the flower I'm looking for out here. But I couldn't pass up this opportunity. I found a really cool trail. It's like a legit, whoa, a lizard. I hope I got that on video. But yeah, it's like a legit trail. Goes right out to the marsh. There was a lizard on the walkway. I cannot believe I did not know this trail existed. Like, I've been out to this marsh before, but I never had any idea that this existed. And this is beautiful out here. Two common reed. Got some ospreys circling. An osprey nest. Osprey. Got a nice little bench. Man. So out here it's pretty lively. So there's some frag here and there's a log here. Between the two of them, I should be able to find at least a crab. Oh, there's a snail. There's a crab. There's a crab. Quit running away. Got him, fiddler crab. See how big they have, the big one big claw and one little claw. Oh, go back to your log. Okay, I am still shocked that this even exists. This is not far from my house, and I have never heard a word about it. But it's pretty freaking awesome. I've seen ospreys, and I mean, I see them all the time, but from out here, it's a nice place to see them from. I mean, you could fish off out of here, really. This is beautiful. This is nice. It's like a little pond right there. I'm like almost surrounded by water. See, this is why you gotta adventure, people. You never know what you're gonna find. This is a pretty cool place. So, if you see here, it's like quite a few dead minnows. So what happens is the tide comes up and the minnows swim into here. And when the tide goes out, if they don't leave, they become food for the raccoons and things like that. And then out there, it's one of my favorite kind of birds, snowy egret. The white bird out there. Okay, so I might just be way too into this kind of stuff, but this right here seems awesome to me. There is a gigantic moth just hanging out on this tree right here. Try and get closer to it. Oh, scaring it. I don't know if it's... I think it's alive. But I think it's pretty large and pretty cool looking. Kind of looks like a leaf on the tree. Must be its camouflage. If you look at those bottom parts, they have like a leafy texture to them. It's got a real fluffy white body and orange antennas. So I just scared a bald eagle, which was pretty cool. But I'm starting to think there's a few options here. One, my great-grandmother is a little crazy and is dreaming about these flowers. Two, humans have destroyed the flowers. Three, I'm really bad at looking for flowers. Or four, my great-grandmother was like a super adventurer, and I don't know, I just can't seem to find them. So here's a turtle you don't see very often. It kind of is like a stink pot, but it's called a mud turtle. Looks a lot like a stink pot, but it's pretty cool. You see a lot of turtles right now because they're mating and laying eggs and things like that. So pretty cool stuff. Look at this dude. He's pretty big. So I guess I should highlight the crappy part of this. Flies have been eating me this whole time. I'm like sweaty, but it's all good really. I think these are eagle feathers. I found like quite a few of feathers that were this color and white underneath of the spot I saw the eagle. I think it must have been like molting or whatever, molting or something. So I think I should probably get home and get some water. Kind of trying to find my way back, but yeah, hopefully I find this stupid flower. So this time I found a baby one, but if you look at it, I don't know if you see it in the video, but it's covered with mosquitoes. Get away! Get away! This guy's pretty cool though. He's pretty small. Here's another big one. See, he's much bigger than the other one. So I'm finding a bunch of these box turtles today. Okay, so I am excited again. These are my favorite kind of turtles. They almost look like painted turtles, but they have yellow spots on their shell. A yellow spotted turtle. These are really, really cool turtles, but you don't see them that much because they live in woods, in wooded ponds that dry up, like this one. And they actually burrow in the mud at times. You won't see them that much, but I found these two together, which is really cool. And I'm happy to see them. This journey has been full of ups and downs. So this seemingly shallow ditch, it looks about 1.5 inches deep. I stepped in it right there, went up to my knee, and then if you could see, this is just all briars all around me. So I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here, but just getting eaten by bugs. This thing looks scary as heck. It's cool, but it's crazy. It's got spikes. This is just growing along the side of the road. That is not the right flower. These blue flowers are not the right flower. The real flower I can't seem to find. So I decided to come straight to the direct source, and I'm trying to figure this out. What do you think, Mama? Are we gonna find them?
I don't know.
So what are we looking at right now?
Huh?
What are we looking at right now?
Pictures in the book.
We're trying to find clues and evidence.
But, where do you want it, Josh? The road that would go back in there?
I think I've got enough information.
Yeah, I think so.
So I told my grandfather I was looking for flowers. He told me they're right here. But this is not the right flower. Okay, this was a bad plan. It's definitely way too dark to be looking through the woods. But we'll see what we could do. Whoa, there's this giant spider web. I didn't even know that was there. Glad I turned on my flash. Okay. So this is pretty... I walked into it anyway. Darn it. Okay, anyway. This is interesting to me. There's a bunch of broken eggs at the bottom, on the ground here. So I'm wondering what's going on. There's a bird up in the tree making noise. And what kind of stuff happened. So I'm thinking again. I think this could be a good lesson to our generation and future generations. Although I might still find these flowers someday. The truth is, they're not as easy to find as they were. And that's pretty sad to think, you know. My great-grandmom asked me if I had how often I found them, or if I found them, whatever she asked. And I thought, man, you know, I've never looked for them. I'll just go out and find them, but I don't think it's that easy. I don't think it's that simple. I think if they are still here, it's only a very small population of them that have either been, you know, taken, which when they get taken, they die because they need the bacteria in the soil. They have a symbiotic relationship. So these flowers really might, this population of them might be gone. And so it might seem like, oh, you know, there's botanists and things that have these flowers and they grow these flowers. But this is a specific genetic sequence of them flowers. You know, this genetic code is gone if I can't find these flowers. And I know it's just a simple, ugly flower, but it's a memory to her, and it's a species that's no longer here. So pretty disappointing day, but tomorrow I'll look again, and I've got a narrower geographic location to look into, so we'll see. So I'm back out here, and I've come to a very sad point because I've been here before, which means I've already covered this area. So I'm starting to run out of places to look. So here's some flowers on a American holly. Not the right flower though. I walked quite a ways down this ditch, and it's a little too far to jump, and I'm starting to run out of land. So I'm hoping this log up here, it's really slippery, hoping this log up here allows me to cross, but we'll see.